We come back now on our extended Raiders Live postgame on the King James Radio Network, and EJ Accettura sits here to my left. We'll start there and we'll move on down. But EJ with a couple of hitting streaks this year, 5 and 6 games respectively. And, so I wanted to talk to him. I would love to talk to him for 20 minutes about his walk-up music, but we'll stick to the game. And what's it like? You were able to get one of those walks against Andrew Goldan, who only walked, like his high was 2. He never walked more than 2 guys in a game until today. Talk to me about being patient and just waiting him out.
I mean, our goal was to attack early. We knew he was going to attack and throw a lot of fastballs. And I don't know. We just went up there and battled, and we tried our best on the bench to get in his head, and we made him throw balls, and we took advantage of that and took walks.
Was that the game plan going in?
Well, the game plan was just to hit and just have fun, because all season, whenever we have fun, we do really good. So we just came in here, wanted to hit, have fun, and it worked out.
Take me back to the semifinals against East Brunswick. The 12th inning. You showed bunt, but you get the hit there to move Chris Rosario along the bases that set up Zack for the winning run, the game-winning hit. Talk to me about that and that situation there. 12th inning, you guys probably want to go home. Talk to me about that a little bit.
Well, I was in a similar situation like 2 innings earlier, and they ran up, and then immediately everyone, when I got back in the dugout, they're like, you should have slashed at that. You shouldn't have done that. And then we talked about it in the dugout with Coach Blevins, and he was fine with that, and we ended up fixing that, and they did it the same. They did the same play, and I was just supposed to swing, but I dropped my hands a little bit to get the catcher to yell bunt, and then they all came in, and then all I had to do was just put it in play and put it in a hole.
Have you ever done that before in a game?
I've never done that.
So there you go. And, of course, no better time to do it. It's a great run that you guys have been on. 15-3 in the last 18 games. I asked Coach Blevins about where that turned, and he talked about, Frandy coming back. He talked about, Zack was hurt earlier, and he came back. So you talk about, I guess, just the team as a whole, just having everybody healthy and everybody whole. How important was that, through the second half of the season?
It was very important because obviously Frandy, we wouldn't have won games without him. Like Heightstown when he hit a grand slam.
Mm-hmm. Grandy for Frandy.
Yep, and then having Zack, obviously what Zack does, he helps us win, and he also carries the energy and makes sure we're focused. So yeah, definitely having everyone plays a part in the whole team, and this is once we had everyone, we started winning.
Couple more here for EJ Accettura as, again, the North Brunswick Raiders win their first ever GMC championship 4-2 over St. Joe's. How do you not get intimidated? They're the number 1 seed. They're the GMC champions. What made you stay focused on the task at hand?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we definitely were intimidated, but we didn't let that bother us. We talked to everyone. I talked to a lot of people who played Joe's in the Red Division, and they all said we got a shot, and that definitely boosted our confidence. And then we knew what we were going to face, too. So we prepared this whole entire week, and we played some good teams this week, too, to help us prepare for that. But we know we could definitely hit off of 90. So,
not much has been said about this outfield. Yourself and Frandy in center and Kyle Tarabokia diving, catching right to save a run. Talk about you guys as an outfield and how you guys have come together this year.
I don't know. We just go out there and have fun. We have some cool we have a cool celebration whenever there's outs. We have fun out there. We're always talking and moving each other around. So yeah, we just play and we just have fun, and obviously we make the plays.
Who's got the best arm out there between the three of you?
Definitely not me, but I don't know. Frandy has a cannonball, so Kyle could show it off too. So.
All right.
I don't know.
I might pick Frandy. Because he's in center. Again, EJ Accettura, starting left fielder for the North Brunswick Raiders, and again some key hits with EJ during the season, and it leads to a GMC championship. Everybody plays their part, and so EJ, thank you, and I appreciate it. Let me see if I'm going to play director here for a second. Could you find Omar for me?
Yeah.
And have him come over. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for having me.
You got it. EJ Accettura. And so we'll have Omar Carreras come up here. Omar with a solo home run to get things part of a 2-run first inning for the Raiders after the sacrifice fly from Zack Konstantinovsky. And so we'll talk to Omar here coming up in just a second. But North Brunswick 4, St. Joe's 2 for the GMC Championship. And when you look at what has gone on with this team over the last couple of years, and that's something we talked with Mark Blevins about in the pregame. Half of Coach Blevins' wins have come in the last 2 years. This is win number 72 for head coach Mark Blevins. 17 wins last year, 20 this year, so that's 37 of the 72. Omar Carreras making his way here. And so we'll talk to Omar. Solo home run in the first. You grab that microphone right there. Solo home run in the first. And gave North Brunswick a 2-0 lead at the time. And so for Omar, that would be off of Andrew Goldan. That would be his third home run of the year, RBI number 22. So the pitch you got from Goldan there in the first inning for the home run, tell me about what pitch you got there.
I got a hanging slider inside, a little inside, and took advantage and barreled it all the way up and went over.
Did you think it was gone when you hit it?
Yes.
All right. Because that's not, what is it? It's like 321 down there?
321 around there.
Yeah, down left field. So that's a good run. You've obviously hit some big home runs this year. I was just talking about the East Brunswick game. You got the game-winning home run there. What makes that situation, in big moments where you're able to rise to the occasion, where does that come from?
I just stay relaxed, all relaxed. A lot of practice, so I don't get any pressure or anything. Relax, make contact, swing hard, and it happens.
And, you and your brother Yomar get to win a championship together. What's that like?
It's something I would never forget. Me and my brother, championship, you don't forget that. Because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And, yeah, I never forget that moment.
Did you, after the inning was over and it was the fifth inning, did you talk to Yomar after the error just to say, hey, it's okay, we're good, we got this?
Yes, I told him to shake it off, relax, it happens, and to stay in the game. It's a big game. You can't get out of the game. Get out the game, that's it, you're done. So I told him to stay in the game, relax, and that's what he did. So carried on to his next at-bat. Behind
the plate, catching Zack, it seemed like you guys, for the most part, were on the same page with everything, with the pitches, the pitch selections and everything. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I know him now, so it's easier. I know what he wants to throw. I know what he's good at. I know his favorite go-to pitches. So our communication and our chemistry is really good, and it carried on throughout the season.
Going anywhere special after the game or no?
Oh, today's Dominican Mother's Day, so I got to go with my grandma out to eat.
Well, listen, tell Grandma, Grandma, somewhere along the way, maybe not your grandma, but have someone buy something special for you, But a couple more here for Omar Carreras. And the season's not over. You still got state playoffs to look ahead to. But what's this year been like for you? Last time I talked to you, we talked about freshman year and the struggles of freshman year, and now getting to senior year and winning a championship. What's senior year been like for you?
It's been one of the best years of my high school career, with the group of kids I'm with, and we're just having fun, and it's showing on the field. And when you have fun, that's what happens.
And finally, is there anything? And of course, you'll go on to live an adult life and everything, but at this point anyway, is there anything that comes close to this? Maybe I don't know. Maybe you aced a test, or maybe is there anything in your life that's happened that's come close to this?
I'll probably say the walk-off home run against East Brunswick, but nothing's gonna top this, hitting a home run in the championship game.
Well, I mean, just in life in general.
Oh, in life, no, I don't. Probably not.
No. All right. So good. You'll have those moments. You'll have those moments in your life where But Omar Carreras, nice enough to stop by here for a few minutes, and let me see. I'm playing director for a second, so let me see who I want next. I want to talk to. Let me see. Could you go find Frandy for me?
All right, thank you for having me.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Omar Carreras. And so we'll talk to Frandy Martinez here in just a second and get his take, and then we'll go from there. And so again, North Brunswick winning the GMC title, and by a score of 42 over St. Joe's. On our extended Raiders Live postgame, my thanks, of course, to the North Brunswick Baseball and Softball Association, President Dave Rosenberg, and the board members of the NBBSA. They make this broadcast happen, at least without having me, sell my car or sell my things. We're going to get Freddie Martinez with his translator, so he will speak through his translator, his cousin, if I'm correct. So we'll have Frandy sit here. And Frandy and translator will have them sit here, and we'll talk to Frandy. So, Frandy had the first walk of the game against Andrew Goldan, and so we'll talk to Frandy. So, Mr. Martinez, first of all, welcome. In terms of you're the first batter against Goldan. Tell me about your approach at the plate and making sure that he threw you strikes.
Cuando tú fuiste a batear, ¿cómo tú te sentiste? ¿Qué tú estabas pensando antes de entrar a la caja de bateo?
Nada, estaba esperando para buscar un buen picheo, para conectar la bola y llegar, poner la bola en play, llegar a la base.
You just want to look for a good pitch, step it in there, leading off, starting everything, getting his team, excited, getting them ready for the game.
Talk to me about what it was like when Zack got the last out. What was that like?
¿Cómo tú te sentiste cuando Zack sacó el último?
No, me sentía bien, estábamos esperando por eso, trabajamos la temporada entera para este momento y se dio, gracias a Dios.
We worked the whole season for this, and thank God, Zack is a great pitcher, and he got us through it.
Man, I never thought when you were out for the beginning of the season, did you ever think you would be sitting here right now?
Cuando empezó la temporada que tú no estabas jugando, ¿tú pensaste que tú hubieras estado sentado en esta posición?
Sí, yo sabía que tenían un buen equipo para ganar. Y así fue, practicamos, jugamos buenos juegos, llegamos a la semifinal, un buen juego, y aquí estamos y ganamos.
He says, we have a great team, and he trusts them, and he knew that he was going to come into the season, and he was going to put his part, and now we're here.
Couple more here for Frandy Martinez as the Raiders win their first GMC championship, 4-2 over St. Joe's. I think back to the game against Heightstown. I think back to the East Brunswick, the Middlesex game and the big hits that you got. Where does that come from? Where are you able to find it within yourself to come through in those situations?
Cuando tú estabas en esa situación en Middlesex y dando esos palos y toda esa vaina, que de dónde como te salió eso?
Practicando y estando tranquilo en el home, buscando un buen picheo para conectar bien la pelota.
He says just working on his craft, training every day, perfecting everything, and so when his time is called, he's ready.
Going anywhere special to celebrate?
¿Para dónde tú vas para celebrar?
A comer.
To eat.
Well, don't listen. You're not going to McDonald's, are you?
Nah.
No, okay. All right. We got to get Frandy a new job. But anyway, Mr. Martinez, thank you for coming by. Congratulations and buena suerte.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, could you get Kyle for me, Tarabokia? Yep. Yeah. So, Frandy Martinez, and so the Raiders winners here. Let me put this down. Let me put my microphone back. Yeah, the Raiders 4-2 winners over St. Joe's here. We'll get Tarabokia, Constantinowski, and then Blevins coming up. Hopefully the guys are a little patient with me. But, man, I still don't, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's a surreal feeling, to be even just me sitting here. Watching this team and, watching what they were able to do and, this team going on a different level and that type of thing. So Kyle Tarabokia will sit in here. And again, hopefully, Jennifer and Jordan Tarabokia are listening somewhere. We'll have Kyle pick up the microphone here. And he sits to my left. All right, so take me through, first of all, the diving catch in right field there in the third inning. You saved a run there off the bat of Robbie Carvelli. In short right field, you come running in, you make the diving catch. Obviously, you felt you had a shot at it, so take me through that play.
It was I reacted off the bat, and it was just instinct from then. It wasn't me behind the wheel. I knew I was laying out as soon as it was hit. I will say that it was the first time I ever laid out on a ball in a game, so that was a little scary. But
Well, you're 1 for 1 then.
to come up with the ball, that was all I can ask for. It was.
And then you move to the 6th inning there, and a couple of guys on base. Goldan, reaching near the end, and you deliver the final blow there with the double down the right field line. What pitch did you see from him?
First pitch I saw from him, he threw me a ball. I was not chasing anything. The next one I saw in the zone was fastball low and in, and I knew I had to go with it. That was the pitch. So I took it down the right field line, and as soon as I saw it pass the first base, I knew I was going to.
And a couple more here for Kyle Tarabokia. So you're a championship team now. So does that help you guys to feel differently about yourselves than maybe even a week ago?
We knew we had it since the beginning. We knew we were going to be that team. It was confidence since the beginning, and that's why we were able to come out here and win a game.
And finally, anytime you win a championship of any kind, state, county, whatever, it's obviously a crowning moment in your career. Your senior year. So, did you ever think you would go out on top?
Honestly, I thought we had a pretty good shot. I thought we would come out with a division. That didn't work out in our favor, but we made it up. We won GMC, so now.
Yeah, you definitely made up for it. Kyle Tarabokia, the guys are. I'm gonna have to make you run a little bit, but could you chase down Zach for me?
Yes, of course.
All right, thank you, sir. So Kyle Tarabokia, and so I had to stop his interview because he's got to run all the way to get to chase Zach down. So we'll see. He's sprinting towards us. So I appreciate Kyle's effort. So Zack Konstantinovsky, we will talk to him. I was hoping to see if I can get head coach Mark Blevins, but he's way down there. So we might just finish up with Zach here. So I hate to make the guys run back here. But nonetheless, North Brunswick wins the GMC title 4-2 over St. Joe's, and so we'll see if Kyle Tarabokia can chase down Constantinowski here. And so in the meantime, let's do the final totals for North Brunswick. Rather, the North Brunswick Raiders 4 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For St. Joe's, 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors. They left 3. Your winning pitcher is Zack Konstantinowski. Zach is now 6-0 on the season. This is our Raiders Live postgame extra, if you will, after the North Brunswick Raiders capture their first ever GMC championship with a 4-2 win over St. Joe's at Ray Sipperley Field. And on the phone, I couldn't get him while he was at the game, but on the phone with me is your winning pitcher, Zack Konstantinowski. He is now 6-0 on the season, 11-1 in his high school varsity career. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts for Mr. K, I call him now. But, in that first inning, they got a couple of runs early. Did they do anything that you didn't expect, or was it just a matter of execution? Talk to me about that first inning a little bit.
Yeah, they got to me a little bit. I think that I was just leaving some pitches over the middle, and they were taking advantage of it. They're a good hitting team. And they took advantage of my mistakes, and they scored 2 runs off of it. So rough first inning, but just settled down after that.
Any adjustments you had to make from the second inning on?
I think I had my off-speed needs to be a little bit better. Although I felt like my movement on my off-speed in the beginning was good, I felt like I was leaving it too much over the heart of the plate. So working more corner to corner there, and just being more efficient, and did the job.
You have a lot of guys on that team that, Gialusi had like 43 hits coming into the game, the leadoff hitter, and then you had other guys, Josiah Brown, the 2-hitter. You had other guys that a lot of hits between them. So did you just want to basically keep them in the park, not allow any big hits, doubles, triples, homers, things like that?
I mean, yeah, always, trying to limit the extra base hits and hits in general. But after the first inning, I just kind of went to being myself again. I think it was overthrowing and just thinking about it too much. It kind of just went back to the game plan, and it worked that way. So I thought, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So just kind of followed what I've been doing the rest of the whole season, and it worked. It worked and it showed.
Omar Carreras, your catcher, he talked to you a couple of times. So what was it like, him just trying to talk to you and you guys getting on the same page?
Yeah, most of the time it was just about like pitch selection. What are we going when? But we worked well together, really well together today. We always had the whole season, but I shook him off, very, very little today, and he knew what I was thinking. I knew what he was thinking. We just kind of worked in such a good way to limit, damage, pitch count, and just being efficient.
Coming back from that foot injury you had earlier in the year, did you feel like you were trying to be careful not to overcompensate coming back and getting back into a rhythm again?
Not too much. The foot injury was something minor. It was hurting a lot the next day after I heard it, but I was back out within a week, and knock on wood, it's been fine since. But I just went out there and I played. I wasn't thinking about anything else but the pitches that I was throwing. All year it was just about limiting damage, and with the good help behind me and my teammates defensively and offensively, I was able to do that this year.
Defensively, talk about the diving catch from Kyle Tarabokia in right field in the third inning.
Yeah, he played great today. The first inning, he got a bad read off the bat. He came into me. He's like, my bad, my fault. Came up huge offensively, played well defensively, and all around. Joe Murray made a couple nice plays today. I couldn't have done it without him. I'm happy that all the guys on their team are there for what they're doing, and I couldn't be more proud of my guys.
The solo home run from Omar Carreras in the first off of Goldan, it showed, I think, that you mentioned your first inning, but it showed that Goldan wasn't invincible either. That both pitchers had a little bit of a rough time early. So in your case, how are you guys able to wait out Goldan? Similar to Marchese in East Brunswick in the semifinals, how are you guys able to wait out Goldan at the plate and make him throw a lot of pitches?
Yeah, going into the game, we knew he was a really good pitcher. I think our plan was just to look for fastballs. He was a little wild, and once we got our pitches that like our specific pitches, what we liked, I think our plan was to jump on it. We had to take advantage of any mistakes they made or any good hits we had. We had to take advantage all the time, and luckily Omar got a good piece to give us a 2-run lead, which definitely helped because it gave us some cushion when they scored their 2 runs. But I think we were just simplifying everything we wanted to do, not trying to make it too big of a game and just play like it's any other game.
And then you finally, when you get that last out, the third out, you struck out the side there in the 7th, and your teammates come running towards you. Is it time to celebrate, or are you trying to run for your life with your entire team coming at you?
A little bit of both. I got a lot of big guys on my team, so I'm not trying to get hurt right now. But no, it's fun. You just to see the smiles on everybody's faces, the joy that comes out of this. We've worked really hard for it all season, and at the end of the rainbow, the pot of gold was this GMC championship, and we're just happy to be on the winning side this year.
Zack Konstantinovsky, I told you guys, anytime he comes on the mound, it's a Z day, and Zack now 6-0, only the second player in the last decade besides Danny Reardon to start his season at 6-0. So, Zack, congratulations, and you're the best pitcher in the conference, and I think today proved that. And so congratulations, and of course I'll see you guys in States. Good luck.
Thanks, Corbin. Appreciate it.
We are here with the head coach of North Brunswick Raiders baseball, Mark Blevins, as the North Brunswick Raiders capture their first ever GMC title, winning 4-2 over St. Joe's, a couple of runs in the 6th inning off the bat of Kyle Tarabokia. And so Zack Konstantinovsky striking out 10 for the win. He is now 6-0. And Mark Blevins with his first GMC championship. And, so, Coach, I look at this game and, you look at the diving catch from Kyle Tarabokia there in the 3rd inning to save a run. 2-2 game. So do you feel like that sparked you guys? I know it took to the 5th inning to score another run, but Do you feel like it at least kept you guys in the game emotionally?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, you could go up and down our lineup. I mean, from the guys, you could go 1 through 9 with who helped us throughout this tournament, but Kyle really stepped up today. Today seemed like his day, and his diving catch, and not only just that, but the play along the fence was incredible. He was right up against the fence, and he just sold out for that catch. And, once Kyle does well, he has a lot of confidence. And, when we're able to execute on a sacrifice bunt, and, that feels good. And then with him hitting a hard line drive through the infield, that's what we talk about all the time. And Kyle was like our most improved player as a junior. He's always bought into what we've tried to do, our approach offensively. And, he sold out for our team today, and he was one of the big reasons why we won.
That three-way communication between yourself, your catcher Omar Carreras, and Zack Konstantinovsky, as far as pitch selection, things like that. Obviously, you have the final say, but talk about that collaboration between the three of you.
No, yeah, basically it's just Omar and Zack. If I see a pitch sequence that I don't like, I'll let them know. Well, we talk about the opposing lineup before games. I'll talk with Omar and I'll talk with Zack sometimes together, sometimes at different times. But, when they get into the game, it's just them. We're not giving signs from the dugout. It's Omar giving Zack signs, and Zack. And they work together since they were kids. So, it's not that we can't or we don't want to. It's just that I feel like it's important for the kids to play the game and to enjoy themselves and to take ownership of what's going on. You kind of take a little bit away. I try to simplify the game as much as I can while we're out there.
In your pregame, you talked about some of those things that have gotten you through the season, and this team, even after, again, you take the 2-0 lead, you get the solo home run from Omar there, you get the sacrifice fly before that, and you're up 2-0. They come back, and listen, it's St. Joe's. You'd probably expect nothing less. And so mentally staying in the fight after you get hit, they say it's not how you, it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it. Talk about the reaction of your guys after St. Joe's came back in that first inning.
Yeah, I mean, I think the games that we played throughout the tournament have showed that we're a resilient team. Throughout, we've tried to preach positivity and, just making sure that you give yourself the next chance, and try not to beat yourself up so that you don't play poorly because of that. And that's been a big talking point for us as coaches. But yeah, I mean, the resiliency and the confidence of the kids, second to none today. We're GMC champions, so it's a great feeling.
Has a nice ring to it. In terms of that seventh inning, the 6, 7, and 8 guys are coming up, and I always say that the last 3 outs in a baseball game are the hardest to get, no matter who you're facing. And so Zack goes through them, like water, strikes out the side. And is it almost something you take for granted at some point?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit. I think people tend to, but it's just he builds us up so much, and he gives us such an advantage, playing the game of baseball. It's one position in sports that can really control a game. If you have a shutdown pitcher, it takes care of that side of the ball. And as long as you play defense for him, all you need to do is be good sometimes on offense, because you're not going to be good always on offense. It's baseball. So, you can't beat yourself up, but you try to have good at-bats. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And, for Omar and Zack and Kyle today, it worked out. That's three swings that changes the complexion of a baseball game. But defensively, you can't make up for what Zack brings to the table. And, he gives us a huge advantage, if you want to talk about percentages of how where the chances that we win. With him on the mound, it goes up excrementally. And all the kids understand that. They get it, but he's a heck of a baseball player. And I'd be hard-pressed to say that he's not going to be the player of the year for the GMC, So we'll see about that. But I think he deserves that or something in that nature because he really sold out, throughout the tournament and throughout the year for us.
Always a chance with number 19 on the mound. Always a chance when it's a Z-Day, and then I try to at least stay somewhat impartial when I'm on the air. But best pitcher in the county. I don't think there's any. You saw it today. He outlasted Goldan. By the way, speaking of which, Goldan, you guys similar to Marchese in the semifinals. You made him throw a lot of pitches, especially earlier in the game, working the count. I know Frankie Garbolino he fouled some pitches off. Talk about the approach at the plate.
Yeah, I mean, we try to have good at bats. You don't want to go down, too easy. You want to take good swings early in the count, which I think we do for the most part, and you could see in our extra base hits throughout the year. But when it comes down to 2 strikes, you got to put the ball in play, and especially when there's people on base, putting the ball in play is really important. So that's we focused on that, and we also did a good job of getting bunts down. I think we were 2 for 3, and maybe Frankie was the only guy who didn't get a bunt down. But just being able to put pressure on the defense maybe I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I'd say at least 4 innings we had pressure on to score. And pressure, it's tougher to pitch in pressure situations. It's tougher to play. Well, sometimes defensively it helps, but pitching in those pressure situations, nobody really wants to do it, maybe except for Zack. But you tip your cap to him. Zack, again, built himself up. He was throwing the best that he threw all day at the end of the game. So good for him.
They call it pitching under duress there. So, again, last one for head coach Mark Blevins, as, again, the Raiders win the GMC championship. For you, we talked about this in your pregame, your history playing at Edison and also Keene, winning championships there. So how is this different from those experiences?
It's kind of the same. It's just the mentality that you bring to the field every single day. So you try your hardest and you do your best. And, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but you don't want to regret anything. And I know that our kids didn't regret any part of our season so far. And they're not gonna, waste Wednesday and Tuesday's practice. They're going to take it all in and enjoy the ride that we're on, because it's been a lot of fun. And, we have something to hold our hats on, something that we did, and that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. So it's pretty neat.
Head coach Mark Blevins alluding to Wednesday's state playoff game in the first round against South Brunswick, and Joey Tutelamondo awaits. And so, Coach, as always, thank you, and I'll see you on Wednesday in States, and good luck.
You got it, Corbett. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support.